Ashley Banfield. It is Thursday, October the 24th. Welcome to Legal View. It's nice to have you with us. And that's where the niceties end. An unmitigated disaster, because that's what the critics are calling Obamacare's website. The people who created that website have been in the hot seat this morning on Capitol Hill. And if you haven't been watching this, time you tuned in. Facing lawmakers who are demanding answers to how this could happen, the contractors we're having to cough up the info. Of the numerous incredulous facts we already know, the website crashed during a test run, but no one informed the president about that. Here with me now is someone who knows a thing or two about working with presidents who happen to find themselves in a bit of hot water, or at least in a crisis anyway. Lanny Davis served as White House special counsel in the Clinton administration. He's now a practicing attorney and just so happens to be a crisis manager, a big-time crisis manager with a real who's who's list of clients. He's also the author of, well, go figure, a book called Crisis Tales. Joining us now is the Lanny J. Davis. Okay, first of all, a lot has been happening this morning. We just came out of a live news conference where President Obama was addressing immigration reform, another big plank of his agenda. All of this on the heels of what is just a, I hate to say it, but it's logorrhea of everything that's going wrong with his signature Obamacare. I hate to suggest it. I'm going to ask, is this whole rollout of the conversation about immigration today to try to somehow tamp down all the conversation about Obamacare?
Incomprehensible why the president isn't shirt sleeves rolled up with his team fixing this problem, at least letting the American people know that he's right on top of it, hands-on president, aware that it's a major problem. I don't understand. I'm a supporter of President Obama, supported Obamacare, still do.
You didn't
but
answer
I
the
don't.
Is immigration an effort to try to quieten down the noise on Obamacare?
To answer your question, an effort to distract attention, and it's not possible, and it's bad crisis management.
He is the president of the entire United States, and there are other things going on, and immigration is critical. So is it just that it's all within 24 hours that it's a problem?
You got to go with the flow. The American people are concerned about what's happening on Obamacare. That's his signature program, and he's got to be addressing it.
To that point, there's a huge Republican hue and cry for Kathleen Sebelius's head on a platter or steak, depending on just how aggressive you are in the Republican Party. Does somebody need to, high-level Democrat, some leader, need to actually fall on the stake on this one?
That's utterly stupid. The idea is to fix this problem, not to find a scapegoat. To think that replacing the cabinet secretary is going to fix this problem. There is actually a fix. In full disclosure, I represent a client who is in the private sector running a website and has done this for 13 years, yet they won't let the private sector help fix this problem. They've spent government money when the private sector website is available to do the problem. So they've got to fix the problem.
I think a lot of people wouldn't argue with you that getting rid of the head of the organization isn't necessarily going to fix those 5 million lines of code that Lori Siegel was just outlining, but you're a crisis manager. You know how this stuff sells. This is a massive branding problem. This is a massive campaign issue. So wouldn't, say, a high-level name being lopped off fix that, even if it's not the real fix that's needed?
No, I'm a crisis manager that wants people to be satisfied, not optical, political scapegoating.
You know how important optics are.
Well, optics are important if there was a real personal blame by Secretary Sebelius. Everybody knows that this is a process gone awry by reinventing the wheel all over the country when they could have used the private sector websites that are successful rather than all the billions that have been spent. So Kathleen Sebelius has to be held accountable, but firing her isn't going to really satisfy the American people.
10 seconds left. Honestly, 10 seconds left. That disaster on Capitol Hill is not going to bode well for this administration today.
Not today, and they should have been addressing it rather than another issue.
Lanny Davis, I hope you'll come back.
Thank you,
It's
Ashley.
good to see you, and I have always appreciated your work, and the book is great.
Thank you.
Just ahead.